Hello everyone. Today we will be seeing on how to handle interrupts in 8051. We will be first seeing the Keel programming in assembly language, then we will see the Proteus emulation of the same, and we will also see the hardware implementation of the same later. So let us begin quickly with the Keel programming, the assembly language programming. Here we have used several jump statements, L jump statements, so that there is no overlap with the interrupt service routines, since the vector addresses for the interrupt 0, which is at 003h, and the vector address which is for the interrupt 1 is at 0013h, uh, is present, so that so we start our main routine only after 30h, and the interrupt service routines have been called after their respective addresses. So the problem statement here is that the main routine should follow addition of 10 numbers, and the when the interrupt 0 is pressed, it should result in the subtraction of two numbers, and when the multiplication is done when interrupt 1 is pressed. So let us begin. This is where the 30h is where in the data memory we have stored our values. So this is the initialization of that register. This is used for since we have adding 10 numbers, so we have used R3 as our counter for that. And in content of today's video, this is the most important instruction for us, one of the most important instructions, since this is the enabling of the interrupt. This is the interrupt enable register, and we move the value 85h into the interrupt enable register, so that interrupt 0 and interrupt 1 are enabled successfully. And the point here to note is enabling only the setting the values of the interrupt 0 and interrupt 1 register is not enough. The enable bit also has to be set to 1, so that the interrupt functioning can start, so that the processor knows that the interrupt has been enabled. Now this program is the basic addition program, as you all can see. uh, this is used so that the loop happens over about 10 times, unless an interrupt is called during the process. This is used to add the 10 numbers. After that addition is done, after the main routine has been completed, the instruction stays here using because of this statement, until an interrupt has been called. So let us see how the interrupt 0 works. When the interrupt 0 works, we enter loop 1 as the interrupt 0 vector address, which was at 003h, has an instruction where the jump statement is at loop 1. So coming to loop 1, this is a very basic instruction for the subtraction of two numbers, and we have used port 1 where all our LEDs have been attached to send the result, and we have used port 2.1 for the carry bit. Now the return I statement, which is another very important statement in today's program. The return I statement is basically the ret I statement, is used to return to the previous instruction from where the interrupt was called. This is so that the processor can go back to doing what it was supposed to be doing. So if uh, the processor was executing this statement here when the interrupt was called, the return I statement will make sure that once the interrupt service routine has been processed, it goes back to this. So when the interrupt when the interrupt 1 is pressed, which is at 0013h, we go to loop 2, and the loop 2 is here. This is also another very simple program of multiplication, and we are moving the result into P1 here, where our LEDs have been attached already, and the same return I statement, so that the processor can go back to doing what it was doing. So now let us see the Proteus emulation quickly. Here we have used only two values, which is ff and 02. So the addition, the subtraction, and the multiplication will be happening with these two numbers. This is the MSB bit, and this is the LSB bit for the 8-bit port 1 value. So now let us run this and see the addition. So as we can see, ff and 02 have been added successfully, and the value 17 in decimal has been displayed, which is basically 11h in hexadecimal has been displayed over the LEDs. And now let us use the switch for the interrupt zero routine, and using the interrupt zero switch we will get the subtraction, which should result in this exactly, which is 13 in decimal. And now let us see the interrupts 1 routine, so which will result in multiplication, which we can see here, which is 30 in in decimal, I'm sorry. And we can see that the emulation has worked correctly. Next we will see the hardware implementation. Let us run the program. uh, the main routine has been functioned now, and we can see the values that have been stored in the program data memories, which add up to 15. Let us see if 15 is displayed. We can see that the 15 has been displayed. Let us see what happens when interrupt 1 is pressed. 3 and 1 have been multiplied successfully. Interrupt 0 has been pressed now, and the subtraction has occurred. The hardware implementation was implemented successfully. Thank you so much for watching.